Hi, I keep forgetting to introduce these things. So my name is Stacey. This is the Heartmoor podcast. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram, and links for those will be below. I am a knitter, crocheter, mostly from, I live in the southwest of England. Today is, oh gosh, what is it? Is it Thursday the 6th? Thursday the 6th of August. I've just come back from the hairdressers, rather pretty hair. Thought I'd take the opportunity to document it on camera. Yes, and my husband and my 3 daughters have left this morning for camp, their summer camp that they go on with one of our friends and their kids. So they'll be gone for 5 nights. 5 nights. So I have the house to myself. The only plans I have are Saturday morning, when I'm going to the cinema with my friend whose husband is away with my husband, and we're going to see the Odyssey, and then we're going to the Dip for lunch. And that's it. The rest of the time I'm here in the house by myself. So I'll be knitting, watching knitting podcasts. The European Athletics Championships start on Saturday, so I'll be watching that. Yeah, so it's not actually going to be a particularly eventful vlog because it's just, I'm not going anywhere. It's just me in the house. I haven't done anything this week so far either. I've popped into work, couldn't vlog that. And yeah, we just really haven't done anything. So yeah, just thought I'd pop on, introduced this week's vlog. As I say, it'll be a bit quieter, just because I'm not really doing anything, but I will definitely be making progress on socks. I've finished an arm of a cardigan, so I plan to finish the other arm of that this week, and I plan to pick up my colourwork mittens that I'd started back in, I can't remember, earlier this year. I finished one and I want to pick up the second one, finish those while the kids are away so I can concentrate because it's really colourworky. What else do I want to do? Work through all my socks, and I might cast on a new garment. We'll see where I get to. But yeah, not a lot. So I will, if I remember, I'll check back in with you periodically throughout the week. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Hi, it is Saturday today. I have absolutely no idea actually. 12, 10, 9, 8, 8th. Saturday the 8th of August. This is going to be a pretty short video because essentially I've done nothing. I've tidied up a little bit, done a bit of sorting out. I have knitted on some other things, but I am going to hopefully do a podcast soon, so I'll talk about that then. I've done some sock knitting, but I'll show you that tomorrow. This morning, however, I have been out with my friend Vicky, and we went to see the Odyssey at the cinema. I don't know if you've seen it or heard of it. It was really good. It's a long film. It's 3 hours. It was really, really good. It was brutal. Like, some of the scenes in it, I couldn't look. I was literally sat there like this. Yeah, some of the scenes are quite gruesome, quite vicious. A lot of fighting, quite graphic. Particularly, there's a scene in a woman's cottage. I couldn't watch that. I had to close my eyes. But I did really enjoy the story. I don't actually know much about the story of Odysseus and Troy, so it was really interesting. And I'll certainly go away and have a look at find some books and read a bit about it. But it was really interesting. Really enjoyed the acting. Really enjoyed the storyline. But yeah, brutal, gruesome, vicious, graphic. But yeah, really good. I'm glad I've been to see it, and I'm glad I've been to see it on the big screen. I don't think it would have had as impact on the telly. It's definitely an impactful film. We tend to go either cinema or theatre every year when the guys are away camping. So my husband and kids have gone away with her husband and kids, and they've been doing that for about 13 years now, every summer. And So we go and see something. So we've done normally something out of our comfort zone, which is quite interesting. So we did Odysseus this year. Last year we went to see, I can't remember exactly what it is, but we've seen a few of the Jurassic Parks, Still Water, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Twister. That might have been last year. That was really quite gruesome as well. The new Twister last year, I think, or the year before. Sometimes we go to the theatre, depending on if there's something on we really want to watch. But yeah, went to see that, and then we went for some dinner in Frankie and Benny's, or lunch, I should say. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon now, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we went to see the 9:45 early morning showing, just to get it done, and then I can come home and chill out. So yeah, it was quite quiet in the cinema. There were only a handful of people, only about a dozen people in there. I had some popcorn, and the chairs in there are really comfy now, like they're all recliners. It was so nice to just lay back, my feet up. I do enjoy the cinema. But yeah, so that's what I've done today. This afternoon I'm knitting on my cardigan. I'm knitting on socks, trying to get those up to speed. I'm knitting on some mittens that I started earlier this year. And I'm hopefully going to be putting together a soft toy that I made for my eldest daughter a couple of years ago. I knitted all the bits for it, and I've never actually assembled it. So I was going to do them for all 3 of my daughters, but I got bored of knitting on tiny little things. I'm not an amigurumi crochet knitter. I just don't like the fiddly little stuff. So I did one, and I've started the second. But because my daughter's going to Australia in September, I'm going to put this one together this week while she's away and assemble it and give it to her before she goes to Australia. So that's the plan. And that's essentially what I'll be doing. I might show you a bit of that tomorrow, but again, it'll be on the podcast. So I don't kind of want to, I'm trying really hard not to cross over podcast content onto these summer sock camp vlogs, because I'd like people to watch the podcast. So, and if they've seen it all, then they may not watch the podcast. So that's essentially it. I hope you are up to something nice today. It's cloudy here today, actually. It was supposed to be the start of our heat wave, like they said, 27, 28 degrees. And I was freezing in the cinema. I didn't take a cardigan, and I was absolutely shivering halfway through. And it's definitely muggy, but not really hot and really cloudy. So quite nice, actually. My husband and girls went up Mount Snowdon yesterday. So they decided, they've gone to camp at Snowdonia, and they decided to climb to the top, or walk, it's a path, walk to the top of Mount Snowdon. So they achieved that yesterday. And today they've not as much walking. It was a long old way, walking up and back, but they have ticked that off of their bucket list. So that's exciting. And I've still got all of this afternoon, Sunday, Monday, and then they're back Tuesday. So still got plenty of time. I did start watching something new yesterday. I was watching, every year they go away, I watch the BBC adaptation of Pride and Prejudice with Colin Firth in it. And I love it. I know it pretty much word for word now. I sit and watch all 6 hours in one sitting. I absolutely love it. And earlier this year, the BBC released a series called The Other Bennet Sister, which is all about Mary Bennet, the lesser known, more boring, and the sister that no one's really interested in. So I watched quite a lot of that yesterday. I did enjoy it. I've got another couple of episodes to go, so I'll probably watch those this afternoon or this evening. I did enjoy it, but I didn't like the portrayal of like the mum and the Lydia. It had them as being really nasty, and they come across as a bit mean, but not really quite nasty. And so I didn't really like the portrayal of them in the series, but I have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the storyline. I've enjoyed the premise. It actually felt like quite a bit of Sense and Sensibility story coming across it, with like the love situation. So it felt quite Sense and Sensibility actually, which I thought was really interesting. So I'm sat by an open back door, so if you can hear a dog barking, I apologise. It's somewhere in the street. Yeah, so I'm enjoying it. I've got 2 more to go. Have you watched the other Bennett sister? Are you an Austen or a period kind of fan? Have you watched Pride and Prejudice? I don't watch a lot of fictional programs on TV. I tend to comfort watch, so I watch things that I've already watched before. So it's quite rare for me to like watch a new series. I have to do a lot of spoilering, so that I'm confident there's not too many love hurts. I don't do jealousy. I don't enjoy watching like jealousy, cheating, hurt from like romance and stuff like that. I can read it, but actually even then I have to spoiler a book before I read it so that I know what's going to happen. And so like going to the cinema is quite difficult for me because I really have to research something quite closely before I can watch it. I'm not good at watching things I haven't seen before. So yes, it was quite brave of me to watch the Bennett sister. And I did enjoy it. I have seen the other Berlin Girl and I really enjoyed that. Now that is quite a challenging watch. But this is nowhere near that kind of intensity. It's quite light-hearted really. So I'm going to finish that today. I'm just about to pick up my cardigan. That'll be the first sort of knitting I've done today. I've nearly finished the second sleeve. So yeah, that's kind of my day, week in a nutshell. I'll report back in tomorrow and show you the update on all my socks, where I've got to, and hopefully upload this tomorrow. And yeah, I'll chat again then. Hello, we have made it to week 11 of summer sock camp. I can't believe I've been doing this a little week for illness, but for 11 weeks and keeping up with it. So yeah, there's only 3 weeks left of August now, so not many at all. I've only got 4 sock projects to show you today. I have been knitting on other stuff, as I've said, but I'm still enjoying my socks and I'm still enjoying moving from one sock to another. And I think it's really beneficial for me to have several sock projects and not just one. That's something I've learnt throughout this sort of summer sock camp period, that I am more productive when I've got a few things to sort of flip between. So that works for me. So let's do the week 11 roundup and yeah, talk about what's coming up for next week. So what should we start with? Let's start with these ones. Yeah. Hang on, I've got to get them out the bag. I've literally just been working on these. So these are fresh off of my, not fresh off the needles, but fresh update. Anyway, these are my Second City Yarns self-striping in the colour Commonwealth Games. These are the non-superwash socks in Kent Bromley wool. And here it is. Really pretty 4-row repeat, 4-colour repeat self-striping socks. Last time I didn't put a marker on. I think it was on the heel. I think I just started the heel. But I have actually finished this sock. I literally have just cast it off and cast the second one on. Oh, it's so pretty. It feels so good on my foot. I love the feel of a non-superwash sock. They just feel so snuggly and warm and cozy, and I absolutely love non-superwash socks for the way they feel on my feet. And this was quite a heavy fingering. Where's the band again? So this was 350 meters per 100 grams, and I could definitely feel the thickness of it, and it was really enjoyable to knit with. So yeah, my plan was to get through the gusset stitches, but actually I've just enjoyed it so much, I've gone on and finished it. And I have cast on the second one, literally, and done about 3 rounds of ribbing. And these are knit on 2.5mm DPNs. I've cast on 64 stitches. These are for me. I did 20 rounds of ribbing, 2x2 ribbing. I did 10, 20, 30, 40 rounds of the leg, slip stitch, heel flap and gusset, and all the way down to a wedge toe. I do put all details on my Ravelry pages. I break it all down on there as well. So and that is linked, my Ravelry page is linked below in the details. So if you do want more information on any of the socks, I'm a UK size 6, but obviously it's different. Like the foot, however many stitches I do for the foot will be different depending on the yarn. This is a much thicker yarn, so there's less rows on the foot. But, you know, yeah, if you ever want any more information, it is on my Ravelry page, or please ask below. But yeah, so these ones are, this one is finished, this one is cast on, and by next week I would like to be through the cuff and I'd like to be down to just before the heel. Yeah, I think that's doable. Oh, she says, I don't want to set too many expectations because I'm knitting on other things as well. Let's just say just before the heel. Let's do it. Let's say I can get these ones before the heel because I'm really enjoying knitting on them. So I think that won't be a problem. Right. So let's get that over there. Pop that one away. Right. Next, let's do this one. Oh, is that the one I want to do? No, let's do this one. So this one is, yes, these are my husband's Christmas socks. And last week, so these are in a random mini that I found in my stash, just a random red mini, and then the main colour is Bird Street yarn in their Spruced Neon, which is their Neon Net and Superwash Merino colourway. And there it is. I'll cut that in front of my face, I think does it better. So it's this beautiful dark green with all these neon neps in it, so love that colourway. And last week why have I not put markers on any of this? I've no idea where I was last week because I haven't put a marker on it, but I finished the first sock. I think I wanted to finish the first sock. Yes, I did. I wanted to finish the first sock and do the cuff on the second. So I don't know where I was, unfortunately, because I haven't put a marker on, but I have finished the first sock, so I think it looks fantastic. He's got quite large feet, UK size 11 or 10.5, but I do it to an 11. So it takes forever to knit, but these are on 2.5mm DPNs, 20 rounds of 2x2 ribbing. I did 40 rounds for the leg, heel flap and gusset. I did a million stitches for the foot and a wedge toe in the contrast colour. So the first one is finished and the second one has been cast on. The rib has been done and I've done about 2 rows of the main colour. So I'd like to get to the heel on this one as well. I'd like to just do the 40 rows of the leg and get ready for the heel. If I get any further, it'll be a bonus, but yeah, just to get to the heel would be good. So enjoying these, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna love that. So that's exciting. So yeah, so that one is that. Let's put that over there for its photo. Next one, gosh, we're storming along. It's because I've only got four pairs on the needles, but I'm enjoying them all. So next one is it this one? No, let's do this one next. No. I've got the wrong bag. 2 seconds. Okay, I had the wrong one. That's not ready yet. Okay, yes, this one is next. So these are the Christmas socks for my eldest daughter. These are in Nora George yarns. She's not dying anymore, in the colourway Holly Jolly. And it's this really beautiful red and green, proper Christmas colours. Proper Christmas, that is. And I wanted to be down to the heel, I think, and I am. I hadn't cast these on last time, I don't think, or maybe I just cast them on. I don't seem to be putting markers on anything, which is not helpful. But yes, I am literally just I've done two rows of the heel. They look really good together, don't they? I really love those. So these are on 2.5mm DP ends, 20 rounds of 2x2 ribbing, cast on 68 stitches. Oh, I forgot to say my husband's socks are 72 stitches because he has such big feet. These are 68 stitches because my daughter is a UK size 7, but she's got quite wide feet. So I've done 68, but I will reduce it to 64 for the foot, but I'm just doing 68 for the leg. I've done the 30 rounds of the main colour and the leg, and I'm on to the slip stitch heel. So yeah, nice and simple. I want to be through the heel and gusset on these, ready to start the leg next week. So yeah, through the heel and gusset this week on these. And yeah, so that'll be good because I'll have two pairs that will be ready for the heel, but one that will be through the heel. So that will keep me going. But really enjoying this. The colourway looks fantastic. I mean, it's very Grinch, isn't it? But like, I don't know, they're Christmas socks. They're supposed to look like this. So that's those ones. And then the last ones, oh no, don't put them away. I need a photo. Silly woman, get them out for the photograph. Right, and then the last ones are a new cast on. I showed you this yarn last week, so I got this in a de-stash from This Knitty Life. She also has a podcast, so please go and check her out. And this is from Nora George Yarns, and in the colourway We Are Never Getting Back Together, so Taylor Swift colourway. And here it is in its pastel glory. Very beautiful colours, all very pastel-y and pale, but that green kind of pops a little, which I really like. And these are for my middle daughter because she loves Taylor Swift. Not Christmas or anything, just, where have I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that's right. I thought I was a needle short then. I thought, oh my God, where have my stitches gone? And this one I wanted to get down to the heel, which I have done. This is only a 50 gram skein, so these are going to be sort of shortish. So I've done 15 rounds of rib on 2.5mm DP ends. Yeah, 15 rounds of 2x2 ribbing. I've done 20 rows for the leg, and I have just started the heel. So this one, again, I'd like to get through the gusset and be ready for the leg next week on these. Really pretty. Look, it's sort of like a pooling micro stripe. Really quite pretty. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why. I'm not a Taylor Swift follower, so I don't know if this is like linked to like the colour of the album or the colour of what she wore, or why these colours are linked to We Are Never Getting Back Together song, but there we are. They are Taylor Swift socks. I'm sure my daughter will love them, and she'll get much use out of them. So that is all of my sock whips. I've still got the one to cast on when I'm in holiday, when I'm on holiday in a couple of weeks, which is these Avetta ones. So I've still got those to cast on, but again, I'm saving that. I'll probably cast them on, do the first couple of rounds of ribbing just before we go on holiday. And then they'll be ready to sort of rock and roll when I get there. Yeah, nice and simple. How are you getting on with yours? Are you still doing summer sock camp? Are you still sock knitting socks? Have you given up? Have you slowed down? Have you sped up? I think I will get, I don't know, will I get all of these done by the end of August? I will definitely get the Commonwealth ones done by the end of August. I think I'll get my husband's socks done before the end of August. And at a push, and I'll definitely get the Taylor Swift ones done. Don't know about my daughter's Holly Jolly, and I don't know about the ones on holiday. It depends how much holiday time I get, how much knitting time I get when I'm on holiday. But I think that's quite good. I don't plan on casting on any more socks now. I'm going to have a little sock break once summer sock camp is finished. I might cast on a pair and just sort of leave them ready for whenever I fancy a pair of socks. I might like get a pair cast on, just sort of leave them in a bag, a couple of pairs, so that whenever I fancy a sock, I've got something to do. But I'm definitely feeling like the garment pull. I love autumn knitting, but you don't always do it in autumn because you want the things for autumn. So I'm feeling that garment pull. So I've got lots of thoughts and ideas of things that I want to knit. I'm just trying to hold myself back do some more socks, work on some of the whips I've already got before I think about anything else. I do plan to film a podcast tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that one, where I will show obviously all the socks that I've done so far and the garments and other things that I've slowly begun picking up again now that I've got over my initial sock obsession. Yeah, so this week is another quiet week. My family are all still camping. They're due back on Tuesday, probably late afternoon. It's about a 6-7 hour drive away, and they probably won't get away till about 9 or 10. So yeah, they'll probably be back for dinner time on Tuesday. So I've got all of today. It's currently only 11:30 in the morning on the Sunday. So I've got all the rest of today. I've got all of tomorrow and most of Tuesday to do some focused knitting. Wednesday, I'm going to take my daughter, my youngest, into town. She needs some new school shoes for next year. Got everything else that she needs, but we just need to get some school shoes, and I need a couple of little essentials for holiday. And then Thursday, my daughter gets her A-level results. So we'll be popping down to her school in the morning to get her A-level results and see what that brings. And then I've got to pop into work in the morning, pop into work late morning after that, because I work in a school and I'm part of the senior leadership team. So once we'll be going in to sort of talk about the results and what they mean, and looking forward to September. So I'll be going into work on the Thursday. Friday, my aunt and uncle are down from not London, they don't live there anymore, down from the southeast, down in Sussex. So they're down for the weekend. So we've got plans on Friday, hopefully to pop to somewhere for the day on Friday, somewhere for like a little walk, lunch, some shops. Then on the Saturday, we're going to go for a walk to a beach that my uncle wants to go to. We usually go up there in the summer. For the last few years, that's what we've done, but just needed different change of scenery this year, and they fancied coming down here in the summer, because they normally only come down in the winter, and of course you can't do all of the beautiful beachy things that they like, or walky things that they like to do in the winter, because the weather is poorer. So they're coming down, and we're going to go for a beach on the Saturday, have a barbecue in the evening with my parents as well, because it's my mum's sister that's coming down. And then on the Sunday, we might just go for a stroll locally, and they'll be driving back Sunday night. So Sunday's podcast will come a bit later. It may even be the Monday morning. We'll just see how much I get done this week. I will try to vlog a little bit of when we're out with them. Obviously, I won't have them in it. They won't want to be in the vlog, but I will try and vlog where we've been on the Friday and Saturday and Sunday morning, and then show you my progress. Obviously, I've only got 4 pairs of socks, so the progress part of these videos is getting a lot quicker. There's no vlog obviously this week to speak of in terms of anything I need to put music over. It's just me been talking, which I hope is okay, but every week is a bit different, isn't it? And so yeah, that's my week ahead. What have you got planned? Have you got much on? Are you feeling the pull of autumnal knits, or are you still well in your summer sort of era? The weather here is in the middle of another heat wave has just sort of picked up with sort of 28-30 degrees for this week. It gives it a bit cooler at the weekend, which is good because we're out walking and I'm not really enjoy the heat like that. So a little bit of a heat wave at the moment. What's it like where you are? Are you still hot? But yeah, that's what's going on. That's what's occurring. I'm going to go and have some lunch soon. It's a bit early for lunch. Maybe I'll just drink a pint of water, try and fill my stomach up before I go and have lunch. I've got a little bit of washing to hang on the line. I've got some cats to cuddle because they've been very cuddly while the rest of the family have been away. Obviously been missing them. And yeah, I will see you again next week. If you've got to this point now, what emoji should we leave? Leave me a tent emoji for camping, because my family are camping. Leave me a tent emoji this week if you have got to this point. And I would just like to say a big thank you to everyone that is watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. I do really appreciate it. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this, and it's been really nice to see the engagement with people in the comments, but a big thank you. And if you're watching this and you have not subscribed, then I'd really appreciate it if you did. And like I say, a podcast should be coming out tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled if that interests you as well. Right, I'm going to go because I'm waffling. Have a good week, peeps, and I will see you again soon.